Hello, this is Beta Ray Ben for Pixel Spank, and today I'm playing Mario Kart 64 on the N64. I don't know if that needed to be said or not. Right, so we're gonna start 50cc on the easiest cup, and then skip to 150cc on the hardest cup. Maybe throw in 100cc on a medium cup in the middle. Now the question of which character. I think in this game it makes a difference. Yoshi seems like the obvious choice, I know, which is why I'm being Yoshi. Didn't really do much for that. We've got Luigi Raceway, Moo Moo Farm, which has been remade before, Koopa Troopa Beach, which has been remade before. I don't know that the desert one has. So one I remember the most, because in my head the train goes across the track for about 4 hours. Boost. Oh, I actually did it. I had no confidence in that. Okay, so I'm adopting a right-handed control configuration, and yep, kind of shafted myself there, but it is 50cc, so it's fairly forgiving. I remember this being the first Mario Kart I liked. I did not like the Super Nintendo one. Really annoyingly, right? Got my N64 out today, make some N64 videos, as per. I missed. Come on, we're getting the boost. We're in green. Give me blue. I don't know if it goes up any higher. Red! Yes! I don't know. Just use that there. Hang on, if I push the right combination of buttons, a speedometer! Yes! We're going 60 kilometers per hour, which in Imperial is about 30 mile an hour. I need to think about this for several minutes. 80 kilometers would be 50 mile an hour. I think it's about 64 kilometers is roughly 40 miles per hour. The reason I know that is because for a time I drove a vehicle that had a speedometer that only measured in kilometers per hour, and all our speed signs are in miles per hour. Thus, I had a choice of accidentally breaking the law or learning the rather simple conversion of 5 to 8. Well, I was meant to fire them all backwards. Instead, I fired them forwards and created a hazard to myself. Anyway, as I was saying previously, I got my N64 going. I managed to get Mario Kart 64 going, which was a plus. And I thought, well, I'll do that. And then I had the sudden thought of, well, I've got most of the Mario Kart games. I could play through all the Mario Kart games, make it like a 4-week series. That'd be quite a good idea. And then I thought, if I was going to do that, I should have started with Super Mario Kart, which I haven't done. So, and the trouble is, the way I record these is with no real forethought or planning. So if I were to just swap out and put this one, release it second, have the Super Mario Kart come out first, all this talking about it I've done would completely ruin that. So it's utterly pointless. Ah! That's so annoying. I was first, and I just had to hit Donkey Kong with the banana and put myself in second. That's atrocious. Also, I fucked up pretty heavy at the start, but they were on me the whole race. That was far from easy. 8 races. It's not that many anymore, is it? You're not used to like 12 or 16 on the new one. I think it's 12. And you're in 12th place. That's fucking far behind. I ain't got the boost this time. I was too cavalier the way I did it the first time, and as such, I don't know how I actually did it. Main memories of this game is I like the earlier levels because they're easy, and then I'd play the later levels and they'd be too hard, and I'd fail spectacularly. Haha. Fuck you, DK. More like Dick K. Am I right? Fuck. Even the moles hated that joke. Fuck you, Toad. Honk it. 2, Toad. 2. Highly unnecessary. I feel like there's a certain degree of rubber banding in this, in that, you know, it doesn't matter how well you do, they're always just right behind you. I don't know if it applies the other way as well. Son of a bitch. Fuck you, Luigi. Yeah, red shells, they're not quite as good as they are now. Imagine, if you will, a fighter jet, and imagine it is firing a homing missile, right? And imagine you're in like a cool film, and the way it does it, I've got to dodge that fucker. Wow, lightning in second place. Am I a hacker? Who can say? Now imagine you're watching a film in which that fighter jet is in, okay? So what happens is, it drops the missile from its undercarriage, okay? Now that missile, it just sort of free falls for a second before the rockets, the engines, I don't know, missiles, before whatever kicks in, right? And then it homes in on its heat-seeking target. I stole a banana. Yeah, that's an item that you may not be familiar with. The boo. It makes you a ghost for a while, which makes you intangible, only very briefly, and you steal items. I don't fully know what it's for. I got a huge lead on that one. I'm pretty sure I hit someone on the line twice. As I was saying, so that's how the red shell works. I think you fire it, and then it's about a second before the homing kicks in. So you have to do a bit of aiming on it. I think that's how it works. And again, I haven't played this game for some, let's be generous, 7 or 8 years maybe. I know I played it a lot when I first had it, and you know, when N64 was big, and then I had a brief resurgence of N64 playing, in which I played a tremendous amount of Micro Machines. I think I got the boost. No. Now this course is infamous in that it has a shortcut in it. Now you have to take it at low tide, and if you take it at low tide, it's a huge advantage. If you take it at high tide, you're out. It's that damning. Fuck you. Plus, he was lined up to do that jump there. I'm not making that. Fuck you, DK. You know, this game holds up pretty well, actually. Only thing is, this is an issue I've been having recently, and I feel it might be settings based. It's very washed out through the game capture. Like, it's very bright and hard to see a lot of shit. Boost on the ramp, perfect. Hit them both. It means my speedo is entirely impossible to read on the sand. I think that's mainly an issue with new monitors, though, the way they work. Were I playing this on my CRT, this would look average, quite average. I knew it. I absolutely knew the only way I'd hit DK's was to also hit his banana. I knew it, and yet I did it. Come on. No, fuck that right up. You noticed I've hit more people with red shells by not throwing them at this point. And basically every time I get an item, trying to use it is more to my detriment than it is my advantage. Dodged him that time. I'm getting better. I'm feeling the course more. Oh, fuck. Shit. Is that... Oh, good. There is one more. If that was the last lap, I'd have been goddamn devastated. Every time... Well, the one time I've lost. I didn't lose. Second's not a loss. Well, it's a loss in some things. Boxing, for one. It's always down to my own damn hubris. Not the game being better than me. It's me trying to be better than the game. Which, to be honest, sounded like the sort of guff Jaden Smith would tweet, didn't it? There's that shortcut on the right there. I've been spending the whole race thinking, this is the course that has that shortcut, right? You can't hit a ghost. You can't hit a ghost, Luigi! Woohoo! 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 Shit. Shit. Alright, gotta hit this. It'll give me a little boost. Probably. Oh, it actually did. Starting to panic there. Okay, right, that's fine. Wow. Those audio peaks. That'll sound nice later, I'm sure. This is the trouble. My microphone's set up for my usual incredibly soft spoken and monotonous tone. If I inject any kind of emotion into it, it's like, oh, well, we weren't ready for this, Ben. That's my microphone talking to me, you see. Got one left. It is the desert course, I think. Calamari Desert. Calamari. That's Admiral Akbar's people, I think. Or is it? Okay, I fucked up the boost that time. Wow. When you fuck up a boost in this, you really fuck it up, don't you? Fortunately, you know, I picked Yoshi, and he does have a better car than most. I'm not actually sure that's true. Right, let's go. Notice how harsh that shelling was. It went past him and decided he was the closest target, so immediately turned around. I was in a bad situation there, because if I had slowed down, the others wouldn't have had to. But if I'd have hit it, I'd have been stopped way more than any of them, because they wouldn't have hit it. It was a catch-23, if you will. Like a catch-22, but slightly worse. Okay, I think I'm pretty safe in... Nope, fucked up there. It's a feature I wish I hadn't gotten rid of for 8, where you can hold the item behind you and get another item. I understand why they did it, because that feature was quite confusing to people who don't play Mario Kart a lot, and it's fairly unnecessary. Someone's throwing stuff at me. The banners. It's from the smash hit game. Oh god, what was it called? Witch. Something of the White Witch. It was a PS3 game. It was a sequel on DS, or PSP I think. It was Wrath of the White Witch was the subtitle. It was a JRPG. Studio Ghibli, I think, were involved. Great animation. Terrible, terrible gameplay. Shit. The bananas in this are a real fucker. They do that thing where you think you've kind of styled it out and then they hit you proper. Is this the last lap? No, there's one more. Oh, what was it called? It's like a 2-word title, then Wrath of the White Witch. I'm sure that's what it's called. It's about a boy who accidentally kills his mother, and he tries to save her. He doesn't actually kill her, I don't think. When you get multiple bananas in this, you get a fuck ton of bananas, which I assume they rounded down to 3, because at some point the game engine could no longer handle having that many potential bananas on the track. Or it just was rebalanced to 3 because 3 made more sense. It's one or the other. In this, bananas are like, they really fuck you up. You saw what happened when I hit one. Like, you go flying quite far forward. It's a real issue. In the earlier games, in the nower games, you hit a banana, you barely even stall. I'm tempted to cut the corner with this mushroom, but I'm just going to use it on the straight. You notice how tiny a speed boost that gave. You go from like 60 kilometers per hour to 65. It's almost nothing. The real key to the mushroom is if you're not moving, it gets you right back up to full speed. That's the key of the mushroom, I assume. I don't actually know. I'm no expert. My thing of Mario Kart is I'm normally just better than everyone I know. Which sounds like a real arsehole thing to say, but it just means I'll play people I know and I'll end up getting better than them because I get better when I play people that are better. It's not me saying I'm just the best. It's the more I explain this lack of dickholery, the more of a dickhole I come out as in this, isn't it? Okay, so let's extrapolate. That was 15 minutes, 50cc one course, which means about an hour to do all 4 circuits over the course of the 3 difficulties. That's 12 hours of gameplay right there before you've even hit multiplayer time trials or battles. Battles in this were actually very good, I seem to remember. Had the best courses. I seem to remember a big fish appearing now. I'm pretty... Yeah. Yeah, there is a big fish. You know, I was slightly thinking, did I imagine the big fish? Was it a real big fish? But no, there was indeed a real big fish. Completely unrelated to the band, which I don't know if they even exist anymore. It's presumably a reused asset in the background there. It's a nice idea to do that. It's actually the basis of Majora's Mask. Didn't pan out though. You placed first. Which, it's just about legible. Do you unlock anything? No.
Option.
I just want to see the options before I move on. Copy N64 controller pack. Oh yeah, yeah, that was a thing. Data just means oh no, there's actual proper data in this. Never mind. I was just gonna say it just means delete everything. Yeah, versus back. You can do GP with 2 people. That's a genius thing to include, right? I changed my mind. We're gonna do 100cc one. We'll swap to Mario here because really he's the best. You know, he's the all-rounder. Toad's Turnpike, that's been remade. Frappe, Snowland, Choco Mountain, and Mario Raceway. I think they've all been remade. Star Cup and the Special Cup. Yeah. Yeah, these are all winners. We're probably going to have to do all of these at some point. But by some point, I mean right now in this video. I'm not going to split this into a 2-parter. I could. Save me a week's work. Right. It's when that light goes up. No. I don't know when it is. If it's when the second light lights up, that's too late. Too early even. And if it's when it goes out, that is too late. Bye! You'll also notice that I hit them with the shells. They only took 1 hit from 1 shell each, so 2 are gone. In current games, you'd be shafted and you'd lose basically all your shells. Even though you do like 1 hit's worth of damage, you lose all 3 hits of it. Bye! See, I just used a mushroom and I barely moved away from them. I also just learned that you can push down on the C button, C down, I guess that's called. Never even considered what they're referred to as. And you'll use your items. I knew I was never getting through there. But I had the mushrooms for recovery. Christ. Christ on a wire. The size of that bus! It's goddamn huge! Hey, bitch. Ah, just went away. I wonder if you can hit vehicles with this. It's for science. Okay, you just drive through them. Fair enough. It's my opinion that Double Dash is the finest of the Mario Kart games. Not least of which because it's the one I played the most. It had the finest of dynamics, right? And here's why. When you play multiplayer in that, the ideal setup to use, right? And it's took me years of refining. You'll get in a game, you'll pick random characters, and then you immediately pick whatever car they give you. That means it's different every time, right? You do that, and then you pick a random course, or you let one person choose the course, but ideally random. And then once you've done that, you hit retry, and you go random character again, random course again, right? And it keeps track of the winners throughout. That is the finest way of doing multiplayer, particularly if there's only 4 of you and you're sat in, right? Because it keeps it mixed up. You do different courses and you have different characters, and different characters mattered in that. Plus there's different weight classes and all that shit. So it's very different every time, and it meant you got to get good with everyone. Whereas in 7 and 8, 7? No, in Wii and 8, where the vehicle you're choosing matters way more than the character. You pick one vehicle and either you like it and that's great, or you don't and you're stuck with it for 4 or 30 races, depending on how many you do, right? As you can see, I don't know what happened to my red shells there. They seem to just fade into non-existence. You can see how much the difficulty is picked up already, because I'm currently losing. Alright, now I'm winning, but I was having trouble, right? It's taken me 3 laps to recover from my earliest of fuck-ups. Christ, how did I miss that? I'm not drifting, am I? That's part of the trouble. That's the line. Good. That was difficult. That was genuinely difficult. I've now decided this video will be in 2 parts. I'll do the boring 2 circuits cups first. More exciting 2 second. I'm gonna record them all at once. Obviously, I'm not a fool, but when this video suddenly cuts off, you'll know why. I have to do 2 thumbnails. That's gonna be a whole thing. I have to write 2 on one of them. Wow, that is. This could be hard to do. I can't see the course. But I legitimately can't see the course. This is impossible. I can't even look at the capture. I don't know where the course goes. I'm guessing. Follow that shell. Okay, that was actually surprisingly helpful. Luigi, my brother, please help me. This is so difficult. This is an all-white course with an all-white background. Oh, an arrow, finally. Okay. You must think I'm drunk or something, the way I'm just driving. That's the worst part. You can't see shit. I'm burning out from being picked up. Brilliant. Okay, so I think I'm remembering how this course is. It's like a downhill ski run that's got like banks on both sides. Something I do like from the newer games is when they have those courses that aren't laps, they're in 3 sections. I really enjoy those. Right. Did you remember the course? Because I sure as hell didn't. Oh, thank fuck. Peach is here. Or Wario. I'm not sure which. Yeah, I could probably say that the game has poor draw distance if I can't tell the difference between goddamn Peach and Wario. But I think that's more on me right now. I'm genuinely quite impressed with myself right now. I'm essentially driving this course on basically instinct. Now I just fallen off, but the banana did most of that. Like this is some Daredevil level sort of shit here. I'm feeling the course out using my other senses. Mainly my sense of aggression. Yeah. The trouble is, when the computer makes a mistake, it's very hard not to copy their mistake, because they're about 90% of where I'm basing the course. That's so bad that you hit that and you're like, I'm fucked. But every time you think, no, I'm styling this out. Maybe I hit it at just the right angle, I'll be fine. And then you spin out bad. The only thing is, you move just enough that I suspect if you got it lucky, you could like go over the line with it. I don't know. Wario, come on, you're my guiding light. I won't hit you, you don't hit me. Well, you tried. Wow. Someone loaded the fucking snowman with TNT apparently. Just went flying. Right, there's that little jump. The jump is the one part I roughly know. After you get past that, it becomes slightly easier. I swear I've driven through the snowmen every time, but I think what I've done is I've hit them melted. So what you hit them, and it goes down to just their hat and a bit of head. No, I've got to turn right first. Damn it! Damn you, Loshi! You led me astray. Yeah, you hit the snowman, and it gradually rebuilds itself over time. Which I'm pretty sure wasn't actually English. Fuck off, Donkey Kong! How are you keeping up with that? I was using a golden mushroom. Unless I was using it wrong. I might be using mushrooms wrong. Maybe you hold the button. Yeah, the idea is you hold it down, you get an extended boost, but I've just been tapping it and getting like just a of speed. How did I come third and I basically couldn't see the track? I mean, come on, someone recognise my brilliance there. Okay, Choco Mountain. There we go. Nice, solid colour scheme here. Brown on brown, I can see. Right. Went for about halfway through that time, didn't help. I'm thinking I might have to hit it on the blue light. What's even more frustrating is I seem to know by instinct the first time round. And then when I've tried to do it subsequently, I haven't been able to. It's so satisfying hitting people in this, because they goddamn go flying, don't they? It's good music here. Yeah, it's also... Yeah, I mean, when you get hit, it stings more. I'll say that for true. Ain't it for true, puss? Ain't it for true? Yes. Hey, DK, you're not the only DK out here. Drift King. It's Drift King, yeah. Give me an item. I do seem to get much better items than the computer. Like, I swear, all they get is bananas. Okay, that was... strange. Did we all just hear some high-pitched musical tone? Golden mushroom. Right. DK's next to me. Pretty sure he can see me. Let's get it straight. Oh, yeah, you do seem to just hold it. Well, yeah, I can't confirm if holding it down makes it any better or not. Because, like, Toad's there, and I wasn't really much faster than him. It reads as though you're going, say, around 70 kilometers per hour. And a 10 mile per hour difference, that's noticeable. Like, when you're taking someone, if you're doing 10 miles an hour faster than them, you'll feel it. It won't be, like, instant, but you'll feel it. I'm 90% certain that was my own shell that just hit me. I think what happened was I fired the red shell. Toad had hit Wario with some kind of fake item block, which sent him flying in the air. So my red shell was circling underneath Wario, and I slammed into it, because fuck you, Toad. Fuck you all the ways there is. It's good music, isn't it? Like, just arguably, it's good music. Often, game music is indifferent, but this is arguably good music. Son of a bitch! How did he do that? It's like he looked behind himself. Oh, good, I got him. A big part of this game is fucking over your rivals, I find. I know I said that as though people don't know. That's like 90% of the game. The real key is figuring out who your rival is. Because you can be full on losing, like, to first place. And if you fuck them hard enough and they get like a last, they get no points and you rocket past them. But if they're coming in second to your first every time, they're always going to be right on you. That's good. Right, I've got a 3-point lead, which means if I get second, I've definitely won. Right. If I get first, I've definitely won. If I get second, I've also won. So, you know, that's not a great way of looking at it. You should be thinking first every time. Right, I'm going to go for blue this time. Yeah, that wasn't it. It might be a system similar to, and I believe Mario Kart DS, the goal was to... wow, that was going for Peach and it just veered at the last second, as though she were a royal. Although DK is King of the Kongs, I think. I'm not actually sure. It might just be in the song. Notice the grey nether region there. There's nothing to it. I can confirm this course is in at least Mario Kart Wii, which I think actually it might have been, it was either Wii or DS was the first Mario Kart where they started to remake their old tracks, which was a risky one, but actually it turned out great, because it turns out all their tracks have always been great. Although I did get a bit extreme when in I think Mario Kart 8, or in one of them there's like 3 separate Bowser's castles, and each one is like more decadent and elaborate than the last. Good, managed to fuck Luigi. I don't really care about winning or losing. It's mostly about shafting my in-game brother, you see. Yeah, I couldn't have fucked that corner up worse. I oversteered immediately, then tried to correct and hit a goddamn piranha plant knockoff. Sure. Actually, there's a brand of like cheap lollipop in the UK. I think lollipops are rather universal. That looks almost exactly like those plants. See how I weaved through those trees there? That was fucking majestic. I mean, I fucked up there, but still, like, the earlier bit, that was good. Okay, I'm gonna cut this last corner in what is like the cheapest move you can do. It was a mistake I feel they made in one version where they had like they could make it so the tracks went on for ages without cutting you off, like a technical constraint. But it meant if you got a golden mushroom, you could cut off like huge sections of the track, like fucking ludicrous. You could jump from like 8th to 1st, and first place would just be there, and you just fly out from sideways, and you'd be like, "Fuck you!" Played a lot of this. I feel that's noticeable. All right, well that was part 1 of Mario Kart 64. Join me next time for part 2, where I play Star and Special Cup. Did I come in first? I did. Did I? Actually, I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. I had to get second to definitely win, but I didn't see what Peach did. And the fact that she's at least got a podium. Yeah, Peach came first. I might have got second. I think the way the pyramid goes is first, then on the left is second, then third. I was going to go like this: first, second, third. But I'm pretty sure the screen I'm looking at to see me now is mirrored, and I think I mirror it again when I put it down here. So I don't know which way that would come out. It might be correct, it might be wrong. It's hard to say. I could hold up a card saying it, but even that would be totally wrong. Yeah, that's silver. That looks like a silver to me. I mean, I'm alright with silver. It's not a bad result. It's better than England generally get. Except in cricket. And by cricket I mean the Ashes, which is essentially the Cricket World Cup. If you're not familiar with cricket, it's only played between England and Australia. Okay, silver cup. I'll take that. Right, I'll see you next time.